I quit coffee for the first 30 days in jail.
Really?
Because I've never not been caffeinated.
I recently cycled off coffee. I had to get off the coffee.
My experience of life is caffeine.
Come on now.
Right? If I'm awake, it's caffeine.
Put that coffee down.
Nicotine and caffeine are what I run on. 100, that's all I run on. Coffee's for closers, bro. Tell him.
Come on.
I'm the one that drinks coffee between the two of us.
Coffee's for closers. Listen, man. Do you guys know this sound right here?
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
That sound and another sound. I think I still have that sound, man. Coffee's for closers. I think I used to have that Coffee's for closers sound on my actual sample. It all makes sense. It makes sense. I understand why Andrew Tate is the man that he is. It makes sense, man. The man drinks coffee.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm with you?
He drinks coffee, right? He's not doing the tea like they're doing over there at the BBC. And it makes sense why the BBC can't think straight. Everything makes sense.
Oh, really?
By the way, you know who talked about nicotine? Tucker Carlson talked about nicotine, right? Have you seen that when he talks about nicotine, where he starts his day off with nicotine?
Fire, 100% fire blood. I have about 10 to 15 cups of coffee a day and 2 or 3 cigars a day, and I only eat once a day. And it's funny because people look at my
10 to 15
cups of coffee a day minimum.
Wow. But you don't do drugs.
0 drugs.
You'll have a sip of alcohol every once in a while.
I used to. I haven't had alcohol in 9 months. I've quit.
But you're running on caffeine
and nicotine.
It's
It's funny because people look at my physique when I put pictures up and they're like, "What's your meal plan?" I'm like, "Bro, cigars, coffee,
coffee and cigars,
coffee and cigars."
That's crazy.
I eat once a day.
What time?
I eat dinner only.
That's it?
Only eat dinner and 8.
So you do intermittent fasting for 18 hours? What?
Yeah. And 80 to 90% of my calories are meat.
So that's OMAD diet, right?
That's it. I'll just have like 3 steaks for dinner.
Now, how much of that is genetics? How much is that like?
I'm not sure if it's genetics, but that's just how I feel best. I feel best when, if I smoke and drink coffee all the time, I feel hungry, which motivates me, and I feel energetic. It's energetic hungry. That's how I like to feel.
Oof.
I want to be hungry. If I eat, I'm tired. Life's too good if I eat. I'm in my mansion, I've just eaten.
Right.
She's beautiful, I'm in bed. No, but if I don't, yeah, but if I don't eat, I'm like, maybe I wouldn't say angry, but I like to have that tinge of irritableness.
Wow. Listen, I can relate to this on too real of a level. I've questioned why I drank so much coffee. And I say drank so much coffee because I recently cycled off coffee. I had to get off the coffee for a little bit, man. Yes, Chisha Zed had to cycle off the coffee. I was doing too much, man. I was doing way too much of the coffee. I think I was doing like 4 to 5 cups a day of coffee, and it was getting to the point where I was like, a bit too jittery, whatever, but I was handling it. But doing that for 2 years, I realized I was doing that for 2 years consistently. At some point, your body, is going to be like, all right, we need to slow it down here. And I think too much of anything is bad. That's how my body was reacting to it. Other people may be different. But what he just said there about being caffeinated and also hungry, that is sort of how my day mostly goes. Recently, I've been doing like a green juice in the morning, but I don't eat anything until I've done all my work, because there's something about being caffeinated and also being hungry and being in that state of fasting that just like drives you to accomplish things. You're not in a happy mood at all. You're in a mood where you want to satisfy yourself. And so you do things to make you feel better that don't have to do with food. So that's like getting work done. That's how, we're pumping out like hella content here on this channel. And for a while there, I kind of assessed myself and asked myself, do I do this on purpose? Put myself in a place where I'm slightly caffeinated, hungry, irritated, just to be productive? And my girl actually said at one point, like, oh yeah, you like to be in the mood. So like she was making fun of me. You like to feel like you're struggling. You really aren't struggling, like, but you like to feel that way. You like to create struggle around you. And I'm glad to hear this, because honestly, if you get too comfortable in life, you don't perform as well. At least I don't perform as well. So I have to create that struggle for myself. Yeah, this is nuts, man. But yeah, I cycled off coffee for about, it was like 3 weeks, and it was one of the best things I probably ever did. I mean, I'm back now. There is coffee in this cup, right? It's not anything else. Let's keep listening.
Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I sound crazy. It's how I get things done. It's how I get life done. It's just how
12 cups of coffee a day, 3 cigars, and you eat once a day.
That's right, yeah.
And you train every day.
I train every day, yeah.
And it's working. Working for you.
It's how I feel best.
I don't know if you wrote a book on Tate's diet, if that book would do well.
Well, this is interesting because I had a blood test when I was in hospital for all these things, and my testosterone level, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on male hormones because I'm not. I don't understand them. I don't know what measurement it's in, but it was between 9 and 27 is the testosterone level, the mark. It can be between 9 and 27, the normal range. I've never taken a steroid in my life. I don't inject anything. I don't take any pills, nothing. And I was 32. I was above the normal scale, and I'm 36 years old. It's supposed to be going down. So whatever I'm doing, I'm sticking to.
What was your diet and your regimen while in jail? There was no coffee?
I had coffee and cigarettes. Don't worry, bro. I had those.
Really?
I spent my commissary money on coffee and cigarettes. I had coffee and cigarettes and 1 meal a day, same.
So there was commissary money?
Yeah, so we had...
Who gave you that?
Yeah, so a friend of mine put money on my account. So I was a rich...
He said a friend of mine. He's talking about, man, he had a couple of chicks, bro. A friend of mine. Yes, sir. You guys know he had a couple of girls on there who are looking out for him because that's what women do. That's what women do. At least a good woman who knows that the man she's dealing with is innocent. Shout out to that. Shout out to those chicks, probably multiple of them. Shout out to coffee.
I love everything about coffee. It is one of my favorite things in life.
I played the wrong sound, but it's okay. We're going to let that slide. Let's get back into it.
Guy in jail, because in Romanian jail, most people haven't got money, right? I was rich. I was rich. There's a limit to how much you can buy, but I was spending the maximum. So I had plenty of cigarettes, coffee. I actually quit coffee. Now we're talking about coffee, and then I want to go back to the point you made earlier, but I quit coffee for the first 30 days in jail.
Really?
Because I've never not been caffeinated. My experience of life is caffeine.
Come on now.
Right? If I'm awake, it's caffeine.
Okay.
So I'm like, I don't need energy now. I'm in jail. So I quit caffeine and all coffee for 30 days to see if there's any tangible benefits. And I can confirm to the world that there are none. Zero. I did not sleep any better. I did not go to sleep any easier. I did not dream anymore. Nothing, absolutely nothing good happened except I was tired all day. It was garbage. I was like, give me my coffee back.
Dude, that wasn't my experience, bro. I quit coffee and I felt great. I'm going to be honest. I felt great because after a while, man, of consistently being on coffee, I understand when he said my life is caffeinated, I could relate. My life is caffeinated. And, but when I got off the caffeine, I was able to regulate my sleeping a lot better. My body responded so much different. But it's crazy to hear him talk about coffee so passionately. I've always wondered where the genius came from. And, you know, I recognize a fellow coffee drinker when I drink one. Listen, click the link at the bottom of the comment, man. Become a coffee barista. If you're not a member, become a coffee barista. A barista of the Coffee Pod. Check the description. Let's get back into it.
Back to my 15 cups of coffee a day.
Reaffirmed your
Wow,
coffee.
to have that much coffee.
15 cups. Wow. 15 cups of coffee a day. That's beautiful.
Last time I drank coffee, I was 25.
We have one friend.
Literally.
We have one friend that drinks almost as much
Mario
coffee.
drinks
Mario.
as much as
Shout
you.
out to
And by the way,
Mario.
everybody around me loves coffee, including my 11-year-old son, Tico.
Yeah.
Him and his mom got into an argument the other day because she didn't want to take him to Starbucks. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, I want some coffee. He's like, you're not having coffee at 11 years old. Anyways, but it's working for you. It's working for your body.
Correct.
Sometimes when you find a diet or a combination that hits your body well, you'll know it, you'll feel it. And you have to know your body the best.
Correct. I think there's no perfect diet for everybody.
I agree.
Everyone's slightly different.
I agree.
And that's just, and I think you are what you eat to a degree, and it also depends the mental model you want to operate under. If I wanted to operate under comfort, I certainly wouldn't eat the way I eat.
So guys, I want you guys to catch something that you might have missed there. Notice how Andrew Tate yelled out, there's no benefits to quitting coffee. This is exactly what was happening with his shorts. Somebody's going to clip that and say, oh, Andrew Tate says there's no benefits to quitting coffee. And I've already told you guys my own experiences, you know, too much coffee for me. I need to cycle off once in a while, you know, jittery, thinking too much, anxiety, all that stuff. But you hear him say that, and somebody else would have looked at that and said, oh, this man actually believes that. And then later on, he says, well, no one diet is good for everybody. He was being facetious a little bit. He was joking around. And what most people do is that they'll take that clip and be like, oh, you believe this, right? Take out the nuances, or maybe they're just so dumb that they can't look at what he says and dissect it properly.
I do it because I particularly want to operate under a degree of irritability and high energy.
I feel you.
Hunger. I like feeling hungry. I don't like feeling full. I like being hungry all the time.
I love that. I mean, that's the quality of people where, you know, you can tell a lot from somebody how big they think after they make money and they have some success.
Yeah.
When they make money, that's when they slow down. That's when they get casual. The hunger goes away.
Yeah.
You'll really know if somebody's hungry when they made money and they're still going. What is this guy doing still going? Yeah. You've already made the money. You've already had the success.